Hi friends, this is Pastor Lucas Pin and this is our snack for the journey, and this week we are walking through the second book of Samuel. We're continuing because we started last week the second book of Samuel, and this week we're going to see a few more verses in this book, a few more lessons, important lessons for our lives, and it's a very important. Today is a very important, sad lesson that we are going to learn in the second book of Samuel. And before we go there, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to our channel, to share this video with your friends and families, and help us to reach out other people and bless them. The verse for today is in 2 Samuel chapter 11 verse 1. If you know your Bible, you know what is coming, right? What is coming. It says this: in the spring, at the time when the kings go off to war, David sent Joab out with the king's men and the whole Israelite army. They destroyed the Amorites and besieged Rabbah, but David remained in Jerusalem. David remained in Jerusalem. It was a time of war. During the spring, people they had time to go to war, because sometimes you don't go in the winter and all that kind of rain. It's complicated. Nobody wants to fight in the mud and all that kind of. So you go to when the weather helps, you make a war. So that is the idea of the spring here. They go to war, and he sent Joab, his general, to go to war. It's interesting because David was a warrior. Before he was a king, he was a warrior. He liked to fight. But he decided to stay in Jerusalem during that time. And this is what is going to trigger the problem with Bathsheba. Remember, he saw Bathsheba taking a bath, and then he commit adultery with her, and then he killed her husband. It was one mess after another. It was a dark moment in the life of David, in the life of the kingdom, and he was doing so well, and he was going so well in everything. We saw in the verse and the verse yesterday that he did so many good things, and this will put a stain, terrible stain, in his kingdom. In his kingdom. There are psalms that he wrote about that, because he committed adultery, and then he killed her husband, and then he married her, and then the babe died, and it's one thing after the other. And then the prophet came and condemned him. It's one thing after the other. But the important thing here is David remained in Jerusalem in the time of the war. It's the dangers, and probably already heard that, is the dangers of the leisure. When we're supposed to do things, we decide to do nothing, stay there just relaxing, and then something come up. And we need to be very careful. All of us, we need to be very careful with our leisure time. It was a time for war. David decided not to go, just walk around, stay in the palace, and then boom, there he is, Bathsheba. And it's a dangerous thing, and we need to be very careful with our leisure time, because sometimes we're just flipping the channels, we're just checking the internet and all that kind of thing, and then boom, something come up, and there he goes. There he goes, the marriage. There he goes, the finances. There he goes, this. There is. It's a mess coming out of nowhere. I was not doing anything, and boom, something happened. So we need to be very careful with those things in our lives, and watch. Always watch. And this is what David didn't do, to watch, and he fell. And it's a very dark time in his life and the life of his kingdom. And we have the story here, so the history register that he was doing so well, and then that happened. So we need to be very careful, always watch. And this is our snack for today. God bless you.